Oh, right, yeah. Nukes. This is an older Nukes, but I don't think we did this. It's from like the start of the year, basically. Um, but yeah, 10 scary videos to give you goosebumps. Let's go.
This next mysterious video is said to have been recorded in a hospital in either West Sumatra or Malaysia. CCTV footage shows a hospital ward with sick patients lying in bed. But there's something else in the footage that is truly terrifying. What appears to be a small shadow figure about the size of a child can be seen standing next to one of the beds. Hospital visitors can be seen walking right through the apparition as if it's not even there. Even creepier, the story goes that the patient in the bed passed away shortly after this chilling footage was recorded. It makes you wonder, did something come to visit them before they passed? Or maybe something came to take them away. You decide.
I was thinking that's like that. Is it Insidious? Where it's astro projection. And when people astro project, or when, yeah, they leave their body, other spirits can try and claim the body. Because every dead spirit wants to be alive. It's a bit like that. Like he was waiting to jump in. Or he was security. He was standing there a bit like security.
Andrew's Church. Stealth camper Chris from the YouTube channel Blot Outdoor Show sets out with his friend Mick on an overnight adventure to the abandoned St. Andrew's Church in Consett, England. The church was built in 1769, and it's been abandoned for nearly 50 years.
We're going to do a stealth camp right next to this old, spooky, abandoned church. It's been abandoned since like the 1970s.
Now, it should be mentioned that Chris is not a ghost hunter, nor has he ever uploaded any videos related to the paranormal. In fact, he says he's a skeptic and doesn't really get spooked by that sort of thing.
I mean, I'm very skeptical and that kind of stuff, so I'm not going to try and condingo or use mandingos, if you know what I'm talking about.
Now, to make this even creepier, the church is surrounded by an old graveyard. So Chris and Mick set up their tent amongst the graves and, relax. Soon it gets dark, and then the two guys decide to take a peek inside the old church.
There we go, folks. Yeah. Well, like I say, I'm not scared, and I'm not one of these people that get to shiver up the spine or things like this. To me, it's not spooky, but we'll still have a look around. Like I say, guys, it's been abandoned since the 1970s. Obviously, they must leave the door open now and again. I'm out of here. Sorry, guys. What the was that? Oh, I think Mick's filled his pants. I get skin in my dinners only be done these. I think Mick's got a lug of a jugger in his only pedandies. You know what I mean? In them, like, hole. Nice big hole. That's the fastest I've ever seen you run.
The two friends hear a loud bang that spooks them enough that they need a refreshing cold beverage in the graveyard. But after a bit of cold beverages, Chris is able to convince his friend Mick to go back inside the old creepy church once more. It did not go well.
He's not happy about it, but I've convinced Mick to have one more look.
Right, one, I'm calling bullshit that guy is shitting his pants. and he was in there already. Also, why are you sending your little mate in first? You are using him as the canary in the mine. You go in first. This guy is shitting himself.
Inside this so-called haunted church. Go on then, Schmick.
Go on. Yeah, too right.
Women. Oh well, I'll go on first. Right, Nick, you follow me. I think the first time we came in, I think we just let our imaginations run away with ourselves, which is easy when you're in the pitch black and you're having a few. Just leave that door open, Mick. I mean, I can see why people come here, Mick, and do the old spooky, ghostly tours and look for the paranormal readings and stuff like that. It's not my kind of thing. My kind of thing is sitting in a tent and getting mangled, spangled, and totally grim crankled. But each to their own, wherever your hobby is. Let's have a look over here, Schmick. Oh, here we go. We've got a photograph of young Chris here. Oh, sorry guys. It's not young Chris. Apologies. It's Jesus Christ. Howard and Son.
Milky buttons there.
Yeah, milky buttons.
Yeah.
What the What? Mix away.
Did you see it? I saw it.
Shut that door. What?
Another
Right.
beer.
Guys, oh. I'm not one of these ones that get scared for like that, but that's twice we've been in there and twice I've heard about it. I think Mick's dropped his guts. I think he's filled his pants. It's alright, Mick, I've got some baby wipes in my bag. That was proper dodgy, that leg.
Another loud bang echoes through the church, and the two campers have had about enough. They spend the night outside in their tent and don't go back into the church for the rest of the night.
Good night, guys.
But did you see it? Chris and Mick are completely unaware of the dark, shadow-like figure peering out at them from behind a doorway. That is, until their loyal viewers pointed out to them in the video comment section. Now again, Chris and Mick are not ghost hunters, nor are they interested in ever making videos about the paranormal. So just who or what is this? You can watch this entire stealth camping adventure over on the YouTube channel, Blot Outdoors Show.
Hiya!
Hiya.
Hi, Monday Goose.
You alright?
Alright.
Yeah.
Schools.
They are actually jokes then too. I might follow their channel. But also I was thinking with that bang, one that was a creepy shadow. And I can't remember whether, like, because I think they was coming in that way, but then going out the other way. But to be fair, it could be like the door that they went through just sitting on the latch and then finally pushed, like, shut in, because that door bang, what, like, that was like a stone church that would go all around there. So that's what I was thinking. It could just be the door finally, like, clicking shut and it just having such a big sound because it's out in the middle of nowhere where there's no noise and it's a stone church. But them two were hilarious. And the fact that they just had a beer afterwards is the most British reaction to a horror scene I've ever seen.
Out.
Unless it was a cup of tea. That is the only way you could get more British.
It's 10:30 at night when an elementary school teacher in Washington is working late. The teacher is busy preparing his lesson for the next day when he spots something that gives him the creeps.
All right, I'm just finishing up putting up decorations for the students when they get back. I was on the smart board, setting things up. I'm taking a step back, and you guys know me. I stay late often. It's just me here and the janitor. And let me show you. Do you see? Do you see?
No.
I mean, is that not a kid sitting right there?
You hope it's a kid. Does look like someone sitting there from there.
The teacher is completely alone in the classroom, but in the reflection of a screen, someone appears to be sitting in one of the desks. Someone about the size of a small child. The teacher later tries to capture the strange reflection on camera again, but whatever that was has now disappeared. But this story gets even weirder because the
See, at first I was thinking he's stretching for that. I think, like I could see what he meant, but there's so many different things it could be. It could just be how it's reflecting, because you think a TV screen is curved, or like whatever that is gonna have, and there was like things on the wall behind it. It could just be it could be anything. But then the last shot of it did actually look like there was someone sat there.
who works at the school says that he believes the eerie apparition is the ghost of a little girl who tragically passed away in an accident on school property.
I'm the person who does the cleaning here, and I saw the video of the teacher has. I know that's the girl who died in an accident.
What is happening? I wanted to respect their privacy, but they just put a girl in the back of the ambulance, and the dad was running, and the poor mom was crying her head off.
So could this mysterious figure be the spirit of the little girl returning to class from beyond? I leave that to you to decide.
I hope not, because I can't think of anything worse. If you do come back as a ghost as a kid, you get trapped at going to school for eternity. Imagine that. I couldn't think of anything worse.
Voice from beyond. Morgan Lambert and her husband Eric are spending a casual night at home in Bristol, Virginia. Suddenly, Morgan hears something that is truly disturbing.
Stop. Like, there is literally no way.
What are you talking about?
It's like not stopping.
What does it sound like?
I'm hoping the camera gets it because I feel like I'm losing my mind.
I just... Is it Nebula?
No.
What does it sound like?
You. It sounds like you.
Me? Wait, like, this sounds like someone's in the house?
Mm-hmm. But it sounds like you. Don't go up there, don't go up there, don't go up there.
Should I call it comps?
I don't know.
Maybe check the camera upstairs, make sure no one's here.
Are you, like, messing with me because...
Babe, I really don't hear anything.
Okay.
Okay, it's
I
just
can't hear
Nebula
shit
upstairs.
either.
There's no one up there.
Let me see if I got her on here. Do you... What was it?
Jesus.
My God!
Ain't
Dude,
Jesus,
It was
bro.
under the table.
That thing's full. The cats could not have done that.
That's heavy. Oh my God. Okay. Yep, that'll do it.
Morgan is freaked out when she suddenly starts to hear a voice that sounds like her husband Eric calling out to her from upstairs. The problem is, her husband Eric is right there with her, in the same room. And if you listen closely, Morgan's phone mic actually caught the eerie voice from upstairs. Right after this, a heavy cabinet sitting in the kitchen is thrown across the floor with no explanation. After Morgan shares her video online, worried viewers believe that Morgan might be dealing with an entity known as a mimic, or perhaps even a squatter hiding in her attic. But Morgan says that she and her husband checked the upstairs and the attic and found no one there. Morgan believes that she might actually be dealing with a poltergeist, because she says she's experienced paranormal events that seem to follow her throughout her life. But as always, I ask, what do you think is going on here? Let me know. It's cold outside, but you can keep warm.
That really is like Insidious, that. Where he said, Morgan, that's not me. Maybe a fella astro projects accidentally in his sleep. And some other things inside. And then that's him calling. Insidious is good films, to be fair. I love them films. But yeah, I definitely heard it when he kind of enhanced it, but I wasn't hearing shit before. I don't think that, well, I suppose it makes sense they're called a mimic, but there is another word for them, I'm sure. Because I'm sure it ain't mimic. I'm thinking. Because like people hear shit like that in the woods. People calling them in the woods and shit. You have loads of people have stories of that. But yeah, that's part one. Sweet.